Lake Havasu Fighting Knights!
Are we supposed to cheer?
I don't know.
The Fighting Knights are under the direction of Joe Harold. The captains for Lake Havasu tonight are number 7, Jeffrey Azar, number 2, Garrett King, number 24, Brandon Pedragon, and number 68, Jacob Kleckner.
Yeah.
I just vibrated the bleachers.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to JV football tonight for this competition between the Knights of Lake Havasu and the Gila Ridge Hawks. Captains are meeting in midfield for the coin toss. Still discussing the outcome's going to be. Okay. So the Hawks are going to receive the ball to start off the game.
Gila Ridge will receive to start the game. Ladies and gentlemen, out of respect for our country, please rise and place your hands over your hearts for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to announce that the Arizona Interscholastic Association, with mutual agreement of these two schools, subscribes to the 6 pillars of character and sportsmanship. These teams would like to remind you that sportsmanship and objectives of educational athletics are what set this event apart from other levels of competition. You, as fans, please join us in exemplifying these values. Tonight's officials are John Vex, Richie Lawman, Chris Gall, and Craig Rouse. We would like to thank the officials for travel and expertise in calling tonight's contest. Thank you in advance for respecting their position and joining us in pursuing victory with honor.
Want to say hello to Mike out there. Casey, it's nice to see someone out there from the Hawks.
The game hasn't started. Now's a perfect chance to go on over to the Booster Club snack bar and grab yourself a nice dinner or even a snack.
And yes, Nikki, let's go Knights.
After joining the Booster Club snack bar, please make sure all trash finds the trash can. Thank you.
Awesome.
So the Knights are lining up to kick off. Here's the kick.
Let's go.
A little slip there at the 7-yard line.
That's a great start for the Knights. That's
He didn't even slip his butt.
great field position on that kick. He wasn't able to run it back.
No, I think he did that on purpose. He was too scared. Too scared of what? Getting tackled?
I think that was that famous trap door tackle there.
Oh, so they're. You play football this year. What? You play football this year. It's too expensive. Won't it be more expensive tomorrow or next year? No, he's talking about.
It's first and 10
It's expensive.
on the 8-yard
Will it
line.
be more expensive next year? What? No, it's $400. How much is it this year? 400.
You look at these teams and you almost think, hey, maybe they should switch helmets.
Yeah.
Hawks are in the I formation. Hand it off. That's a nice little run there.
Nice run. Found
Number
the hole right
11.
there. Easy 12 yards on the carry.
Yeah.
You see Jeffrey helping me?
Carries made by number 11, Dominic Ross. He's tackled by number 1, Antonio Furtado.
Hurtado. Is that Justin Hurtado's brother? Wait. Only Justin has a brother. Oh no, he does. His brother's small, like younger though. Oh yeah. Yeah, never mind. They just have the same last name. Jaden, be like, why are you just sitting there? Who's Jaden?
Hawks are in the I formation again. Look, another handoff.
Yeah, no.
Number 11 again. We got a couple yards there.
Jeffrey? Who's number
Now, we
7?
saw this in the varsity game where right away they start keying on the running back. They start watching for it. JV's going to pick up on that same trick.
Nice, it's second and 10 for the Hawks.
Yes, go. Sounds like Spanish. That chick in the middle when she lifts up her leg to do the little. Oh no! She puts it in the jiggles. No, like alien scenes on the screen. No.
Tackles made by number 14, Daniel Gila.
Tackles made.
It seems to me like most of these high schools, they like to run the ball for first quarter or so, and then maybe throw the ball just after getting the defense to plan for that run.
Well, that always used to be a big thing with the Pac-10 when they would play college ball out here. You always had the Pac-10 big on the run game. So it's always been a West Coast thing.
Yeah. There's a little toss. It's a nice little toss there to number 9. Good gain.
Number 9, Alfonso Brown on the carry. He's brought down by number 34, Bubba Brendel.
Check, check. Check.
So we got another first down for the Hawks.
That's a first down for Gila Ridge.
That's where those workhorses come into effect.
The first little while there, they were running it up the middle. They weren't getting that much yardage. Toss to the outside. There's a shotgun formation.
First pass for the night. Little screen play. And he's going to turn into a little bit more.
Yeah. Did a nice little tiptoe dance there on the sideline. Looked like it was number 7 who made the reception.
Tackles made by number 14, Daniel Blaylock. That's another first down for Gila Ridge. Tonight's game is streamed live on Havasu Online TV. You can log on to Facebook and like Havasu Online TV to catch tonight's action as well as other night sports.
Shotgun formation again.
Going deep this time.
Ooh,
And, yes, Knights have.
intercepted by the Knights.
Interception!
Number 2.
You know, and I was just going to say it was time for the Knights to make a big play as we get the Hawks to midfield. It always seems like the Knights defense keys in once they get near that 50-yard line. And sure enough, as per tradition now it's becoming, a huge turnover, Knights ball early in the first quarter.
Number 2 is almost being like a ball hawk out there.
Good pun. Yeah. And here's one of the traditions of the Knights football team. They meet at the first, and they meet on the sidelines, and after that, plays are called in. Keeps the offense running fast. Keeps the defense on their heels a lot in high school ball, I've seen.
Yes. Get that hurry-up offense. Knights are in the shotgun formation.
Try to take it up the middle, but no luck.
Number 34 with the run. Looks like he lost a little there. Some good defense there by the Hawks.
Big shout out to Amber and Sabrina for joining us. As well as Chris. We've got an end around play.
Number 24 there, brought down by, looked like 28 for the Hawks.
24, Brandon Pendragon on the carry. Small gain on the play makes it 3rd and 8 for the Knights.
Now, see, you don't see the varsity that often for the Knights lining up with 2 running backs back there. As the 34 kind of fumbles the snap there.
Now, do we have a flag down there? Or?
Didn't look like it. Looked like it could have been. Oh, there is a flag.
Right there, right in the center. Now, question is, when did that get thrown?
Looks like they're calling a face mask. Face mask on the defense.
Yep. Unintentional face mask, 5 yards. That's exactly what the Knights needed to keep that momentum going.
It's nice getting that free yardage there.
Thank you to our volunteer chain gang for helping with tonight's game. The game would literally not be possible without you.
Now we're looking 3rd and 3. Comes up the middle. Is it enough though? That's the question.
21 carried the
The
ball
fans
for
are
the
sound
Knights.
excited, and there's the signal. First down, Knights. 1st and 10.
Hey. Knights are moving the ball.
That's another Lake Havasu first down.
Knights keeping it on the ground though. Haven't gone to the air yet.
Well, that's because Hawks fly. You don't want to throw it up in the air. It's easy for them to grab it. Knights had
Going to the outside, cuts back inside. Still churning. He's still moving those legs.
Even the legs turning and burning.
Number 21, Adrian Cruz on the carry.
You
They're going to give him good forward progress.
You watch the defensive line on that play there. It didn't look like they were quite set yet. Nice little quick snap there by the Knights.
And that shows you got a quarterback whose head's really in the game. If they see that the defense isn't quite there, and they've got good communication with their center, and they can catch them on their heels, you're going to turn something into a game every time.
2nd and 3 on the 36-yard line.
Number 21 with the keeper again.
Looks like they're going to give it to him on the spot also. Looks
Number
like
21, Adrian Cruz on the carry.
Yep, for another
That's
night.
good for the Lake Havasu first down.
So number 21 is Cruz. And he seems to be cruising along there on the field. I'm just full of all these puns tonight.
You're in dad mode today. You've got
I
too many
am.
dad jokes going. So.
I need to turn that mode off, but I just can't. Here we go with Cruz again. A little juke move. spins and still up.
Was that snap directly to Cruz this time?
Yeah.
Defense didn't bite on that one though.
No. The Knights like to line up in this the shotgun formation that almost looks like a backwards flying V. We got the quarterback per se in the middle in between two running backs. Oh, we got a pass.
Double coverage, tipped up. Oh.
Try to go for
chance to
continue.
pull it down.
The pass looked like it was intended for number 81.
Pass from Cruz to Liverman is incomplete. That makes it 3rd and 8 for the Knights.
3rd and 8. Run's been strong. We haven't seen the JV team, though, go for a screenplay or anything like that yet. And I think it's about time this portion of the yard to give that a try.
Well, they line up in this formation where, he just handed it off to 34, who cuts back into the middle. He's got some space.
Got some space, and he was running. He was running like he was blocking the play. Now breaking into Hawks territory.
That's good. Havasu, first down.
But it looks like Havasu has this opportunity to kind of run like a fake, like fake the handoff to one of the running backs because they like to run it, bring that defense in, and then try to throw it deep or even just over the middle. Number 21 keeps it. It's Cruz.
Bounces out. Not going to get it that time, though.
Number 32 for the Hawks brought him down.
Good idea of bouncing out there, but the problem was Hawks are now starting to watch into it, just like the Knights did.
And this is like the perfect opportunity, like you were saying, maybe for a screenplay or a play action. That was the word I was looking for earlier. Play action.
Hello, Julian. Thanks for joining us. Julian's cheering on the Hawks. Glad you could join us. Oh, and got him by the shoestring. Lost a little bit of yards there. 28.
It looked like number 28 brought down number 81 there. This is a nice little swarming of the Hawks there.
Zach made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So now we're looking at 3rd and 10.
That's 3rd and 10 for the Knights.
Knights have been successful converting all their 3rd downs so far. This is going to be a key one right here.
Give it to number 24. Goes off the left side. But it's
not going to make it this time.
Like you were saying before, the Hawks are kind of zoned in there now. So now it's like 4th and 9.
That makes it 4th and 9 for Lake Havasu.
Both defenses have started showing that once it comes into their end of the field, they're tightening up their defense. They're watching the play a little bit harder, I think, and they're making sure that, that offense is not progressing. This is about the same place that the Hawks turned it over to the Knights. It looks like the Knights are pulling out their punting unit.
With that formation the Knights have been running, though, how can you tell it's going to be a punt formation?
Hey, I would not put it past the Knights to go for a fake right here.
First drive of the first quarter? Hawks probably would not be expecting that.
Low snap. Gets the kickoff. Nice punt. Takes it about the 15. Shakes off one tackle. His player kept him up. He made out to the 22-yard line, it looks like.
Number 6 brought down by number 24 for the Knights. 24. That's a nice little return there.
Number 6, Isaiah Forwood on the return. He's brought down by number 24, Brandon Pendragon.
Kathleen from South Dakota, hello. Welcome to the game.
It is first down for the Hawks on the 23-yard
welcome Casey and Alonda also joining us, Hawks fans as well. Got a good split on the online crowd right now of hometown and visiting. Glad you all could be out here with us today.
A nice little run there by the Hawks.
Very nice run.
It's like number 11.
Yep, number 11 on the carry.
Number 11, Dominic Ross on the carry.
Tara from North Carolina, hello, welcome to the game. Casey, we're glad to be able to bring this game to you, and so that way you guys can watch your team, cheer them on as they line up in the I formation again. Hands it off.
Hands it off. Big hole. Punches it right through.
Good little heads up there by number 44 for the Knights.
Yep, that's going to move the chains again.
44, Jordan Cummings.
You know, and that's the thing. This has really been a fast first quarter.
That makes it 1st and 10 for Gila Ridge.
As most running plays through most of the first quarter.
Your friends and neighbor, serving our community for over 25 years.
That's the great thing about the run. The clock keeps going. But see, once again, we got the Hawks in a situation where they can do a play action and probably catch the Knights sleeping on that run. But they'll hand it off again.
The handoff.
Number 34 made the tackle, bringing down, it looked like number 6 again for the Hawks. Or number 11.
That was one of those deceptive runs, too, where they snapped the ball, they handed it off so far back. He runs about a good 6-7 yards before he even comes back to the line of scrimmage, only for a gain of 2. So, you know, always one of those runs, very deceptive. Hey, Steven, thanks for joining us also. Just saw you got online. Steven actually used to be one of my students way back in the day. Way back at Camp Mojave Elementary. We've got a timeout on the field.
Actually, it looks like the refs by their clock has actually ended the first quarter because they're moving the ball over to the other side of the field.
At the end of one quarter, the score, Lake Havasu 0, Gila Ridge 0. The 8th annual Fighting Knights 5K cross country.
So huge shout out to our sponsors also at this time right now while we're changing possession, or changing lines of the field. Huge shout out to American Standard Roofing, the shops at Lake Havasu, Papa John's Pizza, Mercury Air Conditioning and Heating, Mojave Center Dermatology, Havasu Orthodontics, Anderson Auto Group, Wire Free Communication, Eclectic Avenue. Thank you all for being great sponsors. We greatly appreciate it. The Knights appreciate it.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
Now we're back to the action. Start of the second quarter. Scoreless between the Knights and the Hawks.
A little tossed and run.
The Knights took him down in the backfield. A little loss of yards there.
Looked like number 9 was the one running that ball.
Makes the 3rd and 6 for the Hawks.
3rd and 6. Huge down now for the Hawks.
They're going into the shotgun formation. Snap. Nice little throw there.
Downfield. And now the Hawks have just gotten into Havasu Knights territory.
Number 14 with the reception.
That's number 14.
Our pleasure, Yolanda, for broadcasting this. Glad you could join us.
Gains is complete. Tackles made by number 31, Angel Samamon.
So I just noticed something about this quarterback for the Hawks.
What was that?
He's left-handed.
That makes it
Interesting.
1st and 10.
Don't see many left-handed quarterbacks in a while lately.
Yeah.
For the Hawks.
That's going to change things up for the defense.
Looks like we got a equipment malfunction. Or either that or the ref was asking him where he got his cleats. Got the I formation. Another handoff. Nice run here by the Hawks.
Big hole right there. Gain of 11. Huge hole. Knights are going to have to plug that up. They can't let him run like
Looked
that.
like it was number 9 for the Hawks carrying that ball.
That's another 1st down for Gila Ridge. Good to help dance the Booster Club. The Booster
And if
Club
that
is
is number
always
9, that's
the
Yolanda's
most
boy,
expensive
according to her.
flying routes to fulfill
So
every
huge.
club
She's loving that run.
All money raised by the Booster Club helps support our athletes and athletic programs like Havasu High School.
The Hawks open up that little in there with the tackle on the tight end or the tackle on the guard. They make a little hole there.
Jordan Cummings.
And they're getting at least 5 yards or so. And like we've learned, 5 yards here, 5 yards there, you got a 1st down in 2 plays.
That makes it 2nd and
I think it's going to be key to both teams
5.
for taking control. This is 100% ball control. Keeping it on the ground and occasional putting it in the air once in a while to shake things up.
Ooh, handed it off to the fullback this time, number 42.
Just absolutely engulfed.
Tackles made by number 44, Jordan Cummings, and number 52, Ethan Winrich.
Knights were not fooled on that play.
Almost looked like to me to be a little bit miscommunication there. But that also could be coming from having a left-handed quarterback.
It's true. So now we got the Hawks lining up in a shotgun formation on a 2nd down. Or 3rd down, my
3rd
bad.
and 7.
He drops back to throw.
Fine. He hangs on to it. Are they going to call it good? Yes, they are. They're calling that a fair catch.
Nice reception there by number 6. There's a looked like 6, maybe it's 5.
He's pushed out of bounds by number 24,
It is 5.
Brandon Pendragon.
And see, that was a key play right there on the defense. Instead of trying to tackle him, instead of trying to wrestle him down, pushing him out of bounds there, keeping him from making that 1st down.
That makes it 3rd and 1 for Gila Ridge.
1 yard line, 1 yard to go. Looks like they're probably going to line up in that I formation again.
This is where I would. If I was the Hawks, I'd line up the I formation, I'd make that arrowhead, and just pierce it on through.
Got a stoppage of play here.
Might not like what he's looking across on that defense. Well, we've got the white hat talking to the Knights. And
Little conference over here on the sideline.
well, they're having a little conference, and the Hawks take advantage of that conference at the same time by going into a huddle.
Support like Havasu High School clubs by participating in the tax credit. You now have the opportunity to save $400 as a couple or $200 as an individual. We need your help. Keep your tax dollars in Lake Havasu. For more information, call Jay McClintock at 505-6917.
We want to thank everyone for joining us. Go ahead, make sure you like it, share it, spread it around. Let everyone know you can catch Knights and Hawks action right now live.
Be sure to check out the Booster Club snack bar.
JV is going to give you the future stars for both teams.
After joining the Booster Club snack bar, please make sure trash gets in the trash can. Thank you.
This is the junior high's or junior varsity's first appearance on the new home field. So, second, just got corrected.
Now we're going back in this play going. 3rd down and 1. Number 6 there. Got that 1st down for the Hawks.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Nice to see that player be able to get up and walk off the field in his own power. So got 1st down for the Hawks here in the red zone.
Yep, 1st and 10. Farthest the Hawks have gone into the Knight territory so far. Usually, traditionally, where we see the Knights tighten up.
Oh, there's that play action.
Out to the man outside, and
right there.
No doubt about it. There was nothing they could do to stop that.
Touchdown pass to number 5 for the Hawks.
Yep, 66.
So we got a touchdown for the Hawks. You know, it's the first time I've seen the opposing team score first against the Knights.
That has been true this year. So far, the Knights have always come out dominating. And that's what we thought we were going to see with that turnover early. But the Hawks fought back, gained possession and control, and literally marched it downfield. And now they're going to go for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Hawks lead the game 7-0, 8:27 here at the 2nd quarter.
Game highlights, athlete profiles, coach contact information, updated scores, team store, and advertising, all available on the website. Save this site. Once again, www.lakehavasuathletics.org.
Julian, thank you for posting the players' names. I don't have a roster in front of me, so now we know that quarterback is C.J. Wiggins.
C.J. Wiggins was right there on the money. There was no stopping that.
No. Put the ball right where you needed to. And
yep. Receiver ran a great pattern, found himself wide open. You couldn't draw that play up any better than they executed that.
See what happens when you let your Hawks fly. Score a touchdown.
Yeah, but the Knights can clip the wings. We've seen them do it to a couple others.
That's true. Kick there. Number 44 got the kick there.
Good possession to start out for the Knights.
It's the 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line for Lake Havasu.
So now you're the Knights. You're down by 7. You still have 8 minutes to go in this quarter, in this half. Do you come out and throw the ball, or do you stick with the running?
I'd say with 8 minutes to go, you've got plenty of time for ball control. Run it little chunks at a time. You know, use the 2-3 downs to advance it up the field. Then when you get towards your own 30, then start looking if you need to open up the pass or keep running it. You know, 8 minutes like we saw in the first quarter, that gets eaten up real quick on some of these run plays. The question is, can that front line make the hole for the running back to be able to punch through?
Number 21, Cruz with the carry there for the Knights.
Cruz pumping those legs.
Number 21, Adrian Cruz on the carry.
Looks like it's brought down by number 12.
And that's what I talked about right there.
2nd and 1 for Lake Havasu.
Thank you, Lauren, Shaylee, and Sylvia for joining us. A lot of Hawk fans online tonight.
It's good to see. Cruz
Perfect time there.
Cruz off the left side there, brought down by number 6 for the Hawks.
Now that was perfectly timed by the defense too. As that ball got snapped, he came right across the line.
That's good for our Lake Havasu first down.
Enough to get the first down, though, as we said. That's what the Knights are going to have to do here. Control the ball, control the clock, maybe go into halftime tied up. With high school ball, you never know. It can open up at any moment.
Oh, fumble there on the miss.
There's the flag. They're going to call that one.
Intentional grounding.
Yep.
Thank you, Alonda, for letting me know that number 6 is Isaiah Portwood. He's having a pretty good game so far. So we got intentional grounding on 21. It almost looks like the ref's trying his own version of the Macarena there.
Well, sometimes these refs, you never know.
It's true.
That makes the 2nd and long for the Knights.
Now that puts them distance. That chewed up a lot of what they'd gained.
We'll fake the 34. Deep pass
Down,
and
deep
wide
pass,
open.
Wide,
oh! Intended for number 81.
Flag. They're calling pass
Flag.
interference, it looks like.
Pass intended for number 81. Zachary Liverman is incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think they're going to call that one. Look at the instant replay. Yeah, he never looked at the ball. He tackled him the whole way there. So, yeah. Now that is a huge turn of events. Yeah, the intentional grounding drives the Knights back, and all of a sudden, pass interference brings it right back into Hawks territory.
That makes it an automatic first down. 1st and 10
Well,
for the Knights.
the Knights giveth with the intentional grounding, and then they taketh with the pass interference. Handing it off to number 24 off the right-hand side. Nice little chunky yardage there.
Pile up right there.
Oh.
Wait.
Hawks
wait.
are excited, saying they have the
They're
ball.
signaling. The Stripes are talking about it. Did the ball come loose?
And they're giving it to the Hawks.
It's now the Hawks.
There was a fumble on
3
the play.
huge plays back to back. Intentional grounding, pass interference, and a fumble. Talk about a roller coaster already.
I don't know if I was coach, I'd throw the red flag, ask for the replay. But this is high school football, and we don't have that capability.
We do up here in the booth.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it looks like it, that came free. Nothing you could do about that.
No, that was just some good defense there by the Hawks.
Now it's up to the Knights. They've got to step back up. Back and forth battle. Ball seems very well matched up.
Looked like maybe a 2-yard gain there by number 11 for the Hawks.
Tackle was made by number 7, Jeffrey Azar.
42-yard line. Second down.
Second and 8 for the Hawks.
Ben, welcome to the party. Hawks are having a great game right now. Handing it off to 11. Nice hole there, opened up there by the offensive line.
Nice 6-yard gain there. Should be looking at about 3rd and 2.
Oh, we do
Flag
have
on the play, though, so let's see what. If we're going to be marching this one back, or we're going to be. Oh,
nice.
They're pointing towards the Knights.
Go over and see what the coach wants to do, it looks like. Is that the... I'm trying to remember what that call is. That signal.
And we're marching
escapes
5 yards. No, we're marching with 10 yards.
Is that...
Unsportsmanlike?
That's what it looked like. I mean, like, it didn't look like he did the personal foul. But it was against the Knights.
Calling the penalty, that makes it first down on
That-
the 37-yard line.
Again, these past 3 minutes of this game has been back and forth, both directions.
Okay.
He's looking in the back.
Oh,
They've got him on the run. And an interception for the Knights.
Interception!
number 81 there for the Knights.
He tried to make sure that he didn't get sacked, didn't want to leave large, put it up in the air,
Interception for
and
number
a Knight
81,
got
Zachary
right
Lieberman.
under it. Zachary Lieberman got right under the ball.
That makes the Knights football.
So here we are at 5:31. If you've watched this last 3 minutes, you've seen more amazing plays by the defenses of both squads than you see in most pro games.
It's true, especially nowadays. You've seen a lot of flags though, like a pro game. So
All right, looks like the officials on the field called a timeout. Gila Ridge.
Timeout, Gila Ridge.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
And we're back. Now we're back. We left for commercial. Knights had taken over the ball on an interception.
yeah, Cruz there on the run. It looked like.
Small carry for Cruz. Good spot, though. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Line up in that shotgun formation. Cruz in the middle.
Little bump, ran into each other. That, miscommunications like that. You see him quite a bit in junior varsity games where they're still learning the plays, still learning the feel of the field. Now, that one, though, set the Knights back a good 5-6 yards, it looks like.
Number 24 just picked up his head too late there and saw his own player as he was hitting him.
3rd and 12. The official measurement. So we're looking at the Knights again in deep in their territory. Tons of yards to make up. They're talking it over. They're taking a timeout. They're going to talk about it on the sideline.
Seems like they're going to commercial.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
All right, we're back. 3:56 to go before the half.
I think that was a pretty good time out there for the Knights. Kind of work on some of that confusion in the backfield there. Hopefully we won't have players running into each other again.
Well, and this is a key play right here. 3 minutes and 56 seconds to go before the half. You don't want to have a turnover here. You also don't want to end up on 4th down punting it out, because that gives the Hawks plenty of room to score one more time before half.
Cruz with the
Going
deep throw to
deep,
81.
And intercepted. Another interception. This one by number 6 on the Hawks.
Isaiah Portwood with the pick. So it wasn't a pick 6, but it was a pick by 6.
Pick by 6, yes. And pretty much we can predict that anytime now the Hawks are going to blow up the chat line again. We want to thank all of you Hawk fans for joining us. We appreciate it. And like I said, that's what you did not want to see here. You didn't want to see the Knights turn it over right now. Unless you're a Hawks fan, then you wanted to see that. Now the Hawks have almost full 4 minutes and only 55 yards to go. And they're coming out striking. Wide open.
Wide open pass.
Got to the 10, cuts back in, and no one's stopping them.
Man, the Hawks are just flying. A touchdown by
No flag anywhere
number
in the backfield.
14.
That one's going to set in the record book.
Number 14, Tanner Gaines, is complete. Good for a Gila Ridge touchdown.
Well, you know, and that surprised me, actually, because now the Hawks are coming out. They're striking fast. That's going to give the Knights time to get the ball back. Julian, thank you for telling us. TD number 2 for C.J. Wiggins.
I think I've been saying that Wiggins wearing number 2, and actually he's wearing number 8.
It looks like we're going for a 2-point conversion.
And,
And out of his fingertips.
I was just informed that they don't have a number 2 on the roster, so I'm just making some guy up.
Hey, you've done that before with rosters, so.
True.
Gila Ridge 13, Havasu 0.
As you heard over loudspeaker, Gila Ridge 13, Havasu 0. 3:45 to go. Huge shout out to our sponsors. American Standard Roofing, the shops at Lake Havasu, Papa John's Pizza, Mercury Air Conditioning, Mojave Centers Dermatology, Havasu Orthodontics, Anderson Auto Group, Wire Free Communications, Eclectic Avenue, Don Clark and Brooks Clark and Associates, American Standard Roofing Incorporated. Huge thank you to the sponsors that help us bring this stream to you. Without our sponsors, this would be impossible for us to do. A huge shout out to them for making this possible.
We got the kick. It's a short kick.
Short kick again.
Oh, we got some space open there for the Knights. Brought out of bounds.
Carries it out to the 40. Again, a great place for the Knights to start.
Number 44 for the Hawks brought him down. Brought down number 2. So see, there's a number 2. There's a 2.
You found a 2, yes. Took us a while, but we found you a 2.
Yay!
We need to get you out more. And if you're in Havasu and you're watching, plenty of game to come down and join us. The snack bar sounds delicious. I've seen nachos coming out. They don't have like little trays of nachos. They've got like boats. It's like the Titanic of nachos over there. Production staff just reminded me that I have chicken enchiladas behind me waiting for me, and I'm going to be in trouble if I don't eat them.
You know, with those Titanic snack bar down there, they got those unsinkable deals. Just got to watch out for the icebergs. Goes Cruz up the middle. Speaking of icebergs.
Nice, solid 6 yards again.
That Hawks defense is attacking Cruz like an iceberg on the Titanic.
.318 to go. Knights not so much in a hurry-up offense right now. They're playing the clock.
It's 2nd and 4 for Lake Havasu.
One receiver lined up outside.
They had the 2 running backs lined up on the same side for Cruz. There
calls his number again. I think they're going to call for the measurement here. Nope, there. First down.
That's good. For Lake Havasu, first down.
You know, Cruz is really doing a great job out there.
He is. And, you know, I was informed that he's not that comfortable playing quarterback. He's usually as the running back. But he's been doing a pretty good job out there, taking up the responsibility as a quarterback. So.
He has been doing good. And actually, that does open up an option for the Havasu offense, where if he doesn't have to hand it off and can just get snapped to him and call his own number, that puts the defense having to react that much quicker.
We got 2nd down and 7, 8.
2nd and 7, 2 minutes on the official clock.
Cruz brings up the offense back up to the line of scrimmage. Snap, hands it to number 7 going off the left side.
And he's swooped up right away.
Brought down by, is that number 80 for the Hawks?
You know, to tease the Hawks fans a little bit, next time tell your players when they make the tackle, definitely stand up and show us their number. Next time they're out here.
It's kind of like, here I am.
Yes.
Let me know. Let me be
Those of
known.
us in the booth, we've got our glasses on. Hey, we can't quite see right.
3rd and 7 for Lake Havasu.
Cruz 7 back, throws it. A little short pass there.
And you saw those Hawks just start to zero in on it. I thought we were going to have another turnover. 51 seconds to go on the clock. The Knights still in their territory. 4th and 7.
You know, if the Knights came out and lined up with another wide receiver on the other side, I think the Hawks would kind of be like, whoa, what's going on here? Who do we watch now?
Now, that is true. They've only put one out there right now. It does kind of eliminate some of the options the Knights can draw on for weapons. That's one of the things I think is very effective with the varsity team that we see. They've got weapons all over that field.
Yes. Knights out there to punt now.
You know what? 50 seconds to go, I'd go for a fake.
It's a good time to call one.
Exactly. You've only got 4th and 7. No. Good foot. Picks up. Oh.
Little muffed punt there. did recover.
Fumble recovered by Gila Ridge. There is a flag on the play.
It'll be interesting to see what they're calling here. Are we looking at a re-kick or something going to be assessed after?
Looks like the Hawks are. Looks like it's going to be Hawks' ball.
Personal foul. Personal foul on the Hawks, so that looks like that's going to be assessed after the kick.
So it looked like they went from the 30-yard line to the 20.
Yep. Personal foul drops them back 10 yards after the kick.
So see, here goes the Hawks, who've been lining up in an I formation, and usually has two running backs back there with Wiggins. But now they got three on this side, and as he drops back to throw.
And there, he's running. He's
and
taking
keeping
it himself. Cuts back on the inside.
And got first down.
Yes. First down and then some.
They kind of confused the Knights defense there. Knights saw 4 wide receivers and like, whoa, what is this?
And sometimes you can do that too. You know, it did look like it was going to be lined up for a pass, and then he called his own number, ran it up the middle on the inside, cut back across the field.
And he ran out of bounds, stopping the clock. So now you got another 32 seconds still to.
32 seconds. First down on the 42.
And now the clock's running, so that's good. And we got a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
Question is, offsides or false start?
False start on the
You know,
offense.
Julian makes a pretty good point there. CJ is pretty quick. I mean, he was pretty quick there, knowing, okay, I'm going to go right. No, I'm going left.
Julian's being our color commentary. We appreciate that.
Clock's going.
Seconds on the official clock.
Oh, now we got another whistle.
Another whistle?
A timeout looks like. Well, I mean, the far official gave the timeout like he was playing basketball, you know, like a 30-second timeout. But we'll see what really happens
just
here.
telling us what commercials we need to run next.
Right? I was just informed he is a ref for basketball, so
okay,
that makes sense.
Oh, and we had he refs baseball as well, and we're just going to leave it at that.
So I don't know if it was a timeout or not. I mean, everybody's still standing as if they're ready. They're lined up. They're ready for the play.
Well, I tell you, I think they were telling us we had a time for 30-second commercial, but production didn't jump on. Okay, now we're up and running. Stripes are calling the shots.
Hey.
They have to have their airtime.
Wiggins is back there in the shotgun with a snap.
He's looking around.
Oh, and we got more laundry on the field.
Holding on the backfield, we hear.
You know, something you don't see a lot from a left-handed quarterback is rolling to your right, because you have to throw across your body then.
And I was just going to point out, he did it really well, too.
He did.
That's one of the things that they can definitely use to their advantage, because, you know, you're going to expect him to struggle a little more on that. That's usually what quarterbacks with right-handed struggle when they roll out to their left, throwing across themselves. You have some greats like John Elway, in other words, that made it look easy. So, see a left-hander do it. Yes, production just rolled their eyes because I found a way to work Elway into a game.
Steve Young was left-handed, too.
Yeah, we won't talk about him.
Oh, okay. We were just informed that Boomer was left-handed.
Boomer was left-handed, but Boomer was a better announcer.
Yeah, he also played for the Bengals, so I mean, we're not really. You know.
We're having too much fun up here in the booth.
Michael Vick was left-handed too, I believe.
Wow,
I'm getting shot down left and right. People just don't want to talk about these
more laundry
lefties.
on the field again.
Somebody needs to clean up their room, refs. Your moms would not be.
We've got
proud.
2 flags out there. Do we have offsetting penalties?
I think we spent more time talking about this penalty than we've done they've actually done this drive.
One picks up the flag. They pick up both yellows, but we've not seen a signal yet. Timeout. Gila Ridge.
Timeout, Gila Ridge.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
We're back with 5 seconds to go in the second quarter, and these 10 seconds have taken longer than the whole first quarter.
Very true. I think the Hawks coach there was kind of like, hey, we already stopped the clock. Let's just have a timeout so we can discuss this play. No.
5 seconds to go. They're lining up. Obviously, they're not going to take the knee. They're going to at least try to strike one more time.
I think they're saving the knee for the end of the game so they can line up in that victory formation for that victory.
No.
But
wide receivers
we'll
all lined outside.
There's the snap. Drop back.
He goes deep.
Got a guy over there.
He's got a guy. And he broke free. He is in the end zone.
A little high knee stepping into that end zone there.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Might be coming back. Could be taunting or celebration. Depends on when they threw it.
Back a little further, so maybe. Being informed that the flag came after the play, so we'll see what happens. Maybe they're kind of like, hey, those knees need to stay down.
And the touchdown is good. We haven't seen a call, but White Hat did rate it as a touchdown.
Number 3. Touchdown pass number 3 for Wiggins there.
Yep. Touchdown number 3.
Did they invite college scouts out here for him to show too?
Hey, it has been a showcase night for him, that's for sure.
Very true.
Looks like they're lining up for the extra point this time.
I believe their kicker's also left-footed. That is a left foot kick.
Yeah, that was a left-footed kick.
It's good, but there's a flag. As 2 players look, a couple.
Three.
There's a flag on the play.
Oh, the kick was no good. My bad. I should become a ref. I'm kind of blind, right? There are 3 flags down there, so refs are going to get together and discuss this.
No good. Still wondering what the flag
Looked
was
like
for.
some unsportsmanlike conduct there.
Well, and that's something that's going to have to happen. Both coaches are going to have to talk to both teams, keep them calm down, keep their heads clear in the game.
See, Casey agrees with me. The kick looked good.
Casey does agree with you, but the refs do not agree with you or Casey.
Well, they just don't know then.
So it looks like we're officially at halftime.
It does look like the Hawks are running off the field. So, yep, we are at halftime. Hawks leading the Knights 19-0.
And regretfully, there will be no halftime show from the Spirit Line or the LHHS band. So instead, you have to listen to us for the next 12 minutes. I'm surprised production didn't cut to a commercial right when I said that.
Right?
Production just gave us the look of, we're on the hook for the next 12 minutes.
Ah.
So, great game so far from the Hawks.
The Knights have been kind of questionable there on defense. I mean, their coverage has been a little lackadaisical. Big word there. That's why I messed that up. But I have to say, though, Wiggins is having one great game.
He is having a great game. And that's the thing, their offense has really been on the money when they've needed it, when they've looked for it. And that's the thing right now is, the Gila Ridge team looks nice and relaxed. Julian says we're doing a great job.
Thank you.
He doesn't mind that we're stuck here with us for the next 12 minutes.
Right?
So
that's nice to know.
So again, huge shout out to our sponsors, the shops at Lake Havasu, Papa John's Pizza, Mercury Air Conditioning, Mojave Center Dermatology, Havasu Orthodontics, Anderson Auto Group, Wire Free Communications, Eclectic Avenue, Brooks Clark and Associates, American Standard Roofing LLC, so the JV finds themselves backed into a corner, 2 quarters to go, down 19-0 to the Hawks. So, if you're a coach on the Knights sidelines, what are you telling the team right now?
I'm telling them to tighten up that defense. There were a couple of missed tackles there, like on that last touchdown there. The Knights could have tackled once the receiver caught that ball, but they.
Yeah, that was when I was surprised. Time was out, all of that. You could have just shoved him out of bounds, had done with the game right there. I'm not sure exactly what happened, why it was missed, but that was one where, you've got to play that hole down the whole way into it.
Yeah. And you look at this Knights offense, you have a player that we reformed has not been playing the quarterback position for a long time. So you got to kind of give him a little bit of a leeway there. He's still learning the position. He's made some pretty good throws. My thing with their offense is that they only have one wide receiver, so if they're going to throw the ball, more than likely it's going to go to that one guy.
Exactly, yeah. It locks up your run game because if your quarterback doesn't look in his direction, it's going to be a handoff, and there's nothing on the other side to allow him to, find other options as well. With one wide receiver out there, you're also looking, not many screen plays you can do as well because your tight end is having to run a blocking pattern.
Very true. And now, if you're on the other side, the Hawks, as the coach, what are you telling your team?
This is one I think. If you're on the Hawks squad, you're looking at them and you're telling them, just keep the engine running the way it is. Trust in your teammates. Everyone's been making huge plays over on the Hawks teams, both on the offense and the defense. Keep working together. Keep trusting into each other. And that's one of the things I got to say, for as many young stars as I already see on this up-and-coming Hawks team, all of them are sharing the spotlight right now. everyone is firing on all cylinders to make sure that they work together as a team to have success. The defense has done great. The offense, the offensive front line, and front lines don't get that much attention, but for some of us that are partial to it, that offensive front line is giving their quarterback time to look around. They're making the holes in the defense for the running backs to run through. When they get that one play, unless the Knights are right on top of them, they're pulling easily 6, 7 yards on a run and a first down on pass plays because they're throwing 15, 20 yards deep.
And those offensive linemen for the Hawks, I mean, they're giving Wiggins enough time, like you were saying, to run through the progression, And Wiggins is not afraid to throw it across his body or take off if he needs to, which is what you want to see in a young quarterback.
Exactly, and like I said, with him having the ability to run through his options and even start the count over again and go through a couple 1-2 to double check him, that is huge when it comes to high school football because the more time that quarterback has to look, the more time someone has a chance to blow coverage or they have a chance to get open. We'll give a shout out to the booster sponsors here real quick. Sir?
Havasu Pest Control, Jack's Auto Parts Car Quest, Eagle Riders, Car Toys, Anderson Auto Group, River Action Landscaping, Liska's Apothecary, Havasu CrossFit, Selman and Associates, ES Consulting, Next Care Urgent Care, Universal Sonics Gymnastics and Cheer, Havasu Orthodontics, Hobby Centers for Dermatology. Thank you for your continued support of Lake Havasu Athletics.
And we want to give a huge shout out over there to the visiting fans. Not only for the fans from Gila Ridge that are online with us, joining us, and huge thank you for that, but also the ones across the way from Gila Ridge that made the drive up here. We greatly appreciate it. Any of you that are online, that are looking at them, in fact, I see a couple of phones out there, go ahead and text them. Let them know that we're looking at them. It's a little fun.
It's kind of like when you watch a baseball game, you try to see who you know from
work that was supposed to be it.
Right? Exactly.
Not that I would know anything about not going to work to go to a baseball game, Mr. Crow. Still owe me Diamondback tickets.
So, and then there's the other team that we haven't talked about, the refs. Like at this time, what do you tell your team as a ref?
Right now, get the grass stains out of those flags. That second quarter was huge with the amount of flags that was thrown there. I mean, I know they're just doing their job, but there was more yellow on that field than there is the Knights emblem right there.
Yeah. I mean, it almost looked like someone didn't listen to their mom when they told them to put their socks away. Just kind of left them on the floor.
Susan Brown just chimed in, watching my nephew play for the first time from Louisiana. Thank you for the live stream. Go Hawks. Her nephew is number 9. Hey, Susan, we're glad that we can make this happen for you. Now, that's one of the things we definitely, on Havasu Online TV, wanted to bring is all of the local Lake Havasu action. Definitely highlighting our high school sports and the visiting teams. We enjoy them so much. You can also join us for local events, and also the next week we might be starting some other local programming if we can get a few of the stars we want into our studios at the homestead. Right now, the teams are starting to warm up a little bit, getting ready to take to the field again.
Hopefully they're all staying hydrated and stretched out there so we don't have many cramp injuries, especially in the heat of Lake Havasu, even though it's nice tonight.
It's a beautiful night tonight, gorgeous. We'll see if we can get a weather report here real quick. We're looking at 91 tonight. 91 here right now in Lake Havasu. Field does retain a little bit of heat from the day, though, so you're probably looking at a good, 96, 97 on the field, maybe close to 100. So
I know that if I were those Knights, I'd be kind of happy that it's dark and that sun's not shining.
Yeah, and that's huge. Well, it sounds like the voice of the Knights is going to make a big announcement here for the next game.
Hey, Knights fans, we're going to be back here at 7 o'clock next Friday as the varsity team takes on Deer Valley. Be there or be square.
Again, the great voice of Knights live action. You can catch him at all the football games, volleyball games, basketball games. If there's a game playing, the voice of the Knights will be there. Now we just need to give him a shirt.
And that's what he's known as, is just the voice.
Just the voice. We're just calling him just the voice. I feel sorry for him. My daughter, though, he has my daughter in class.
So she hears the voice a lot.
She hears the voice a lot.
Jackie's from San Diego watching her grandson, number 11. You're welcome, Jackie. San Diego, hey. I root for the San Diego Padres, so every time I see San Diego, I'm like, yeah.
Hey, Padres.
Way to pick everybody else up. And let
you
them...
just cost us our Diamondback sponsorship one day.
I'm sorry about that.
Great job.
As long as it's not the Rockies.
I just fired you.
Now I've been fired. So, anyways, it's been a pleasure, and I will see you guys around.
Dock your pay. Yeah, the production just reminded me it's a volunteer organization here with Havasu Online TV. Pretty much he buys his own nachos. Both teams getting ready to warm it up. 3-minute mandatory warm-up.
And the Knights are going to start off with the ball, receiving the ball. I can't really say they get the ball because anything can happen, as we've seen.
I tell you, there's definitely two different attitudes walking out on this field right now. The Hawks look like they're nice and fresh. They're ready for that. Like it was the first quarter again. The Knights need to sit there and look at it. That's just like we're starting up.
Are they? Now, there was a penalty at the end of the first half. Are they now like marking it off? Not marching it.
Wow.
Because, I mean, that's...
Oh.
So we're just informed that a Hawk player was ejected. Not sure who, but...
We find out more information, we'll definitely let you know.
Yes.
But that definitely marched the Hawks back deep into their territory for the kickoff. I mean, this is almost from the 10-yard line, it looks like. That's 12, actually.
And, I mean...
That's going to give the Knights huge territory wherever they receive it, as long as they just touch the ball.
They're just going to start in their own territory. Unless this kicker's got a huge leg that we haven't seen yet.
We have seen a decent kick out of him. We don't deny that. And now he's got to definitely put a lot of foot behind it.
Oh, a little short kick there.
Short kick, bobble.
Number 1 caught it for the Knights. Trying to go up the sideline there. Pushed out of bounds, looks like by number 12.
Number 1, Antonio Hurtado on the return.
Looks like about the 26-yard line. Now, this could spell some great, fire for the Knights. You're starting this deep in territory. You're down 19-0. A quick strike here could get you back in, at least spiritedly, into the game.
27-yard line.
Some great starting field. Cruz with the snap.
Calls his own number, runs the opposite strong, gets maybe 2 or 3 yards. We've got a Gila Ridge player on the field.
Looks like someone's wings were clipped. Just up on.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Available to businesses. Thank you for your support. Big thanks to River Medical for your availability at games. The Bradley Auto Group, your friends and neighbors.
Because of a cramp or because of some injury, to be able to get up and walk off the field by their own power. We hope the best for that player. We hope that he feels better and gets back into this game.
So Knights ball again.
Looks like you got number 34 in there now for the Knights, the quarterback. A little low snap.
Bobble snap,
There.
but whistle right away. Whistle blown. That's one that the Knights are lucky that got. That flag saved that play. That could have been a lot worse than it was. False start
False.
on the Knights. That false start saved them.
Right. Rather lose 5 yards than the 10.
Well, that was going to be 10. That was going to be a little bit more. That
True.
bottom snap could have spelled disaster for them.
There's a snap. Hands it off. Cruz. Ooh.
And an interception by Gila Ridge again.
Looked like number 28 there got the interception. A little trickery there by the Knights, though.
Yeah, that looked really good by the Knights. Hand off to the pass. Now all of a sudden, turnover. And we're looking at the Hawks taking over right at the 21-yard line.
Wiggins lining up under center.
And off only a short gain.
Number 11.
Tackles made by number 34, Bubba Brandel, and number 44, Jordan Cummings.
Now, see, if you're the Hawks here, you're like, okay, we got over 10 minutes left in this game. We're already up 19. We can just run the ball and eat this clock, and then, you know.
Yeah, but you got the ball on a turnover in a huge pinnacle part of the start of the third quarter. I think they're going to come out. I think we're going to see the Hawks take it to the air again and try to put this one to bed early.
And there we go. Nice little handoff there. Looks like he should have gotten the first down there.
Easily the first down mark.
Number 11 again. Yeah. And all the Hawks teachers that are watching this, they're going, hey, way to go, guys. You got tests tomorrow, so let's hurry up. You guys got to get back on that bus so you can study.
I'm sure a couple of them have finals.
Big thank you to the Lake Havasu Police Department for their help with resource officers at our schools and continued support of LHHS athletics.
Hawks are doing it again, running up the field, 10 yards at a time, taking their time, setting the pace. Another handoff.
Looks like number 24 was leading the Knights in on that tackle of number 11 on that run.
Tackles made by number 24, Brandon Pendragon. That makes it 2nd and 7 for the Hawks.
Lined up in that shotgun formation. Now, this is the same formation that he had his third touchdown pass on. Little screen play to
Play
14.
34 was right there, though. Huge play by 34.
Now, see, that's something that we haven't been seeing the Knights do in the first half there was hold on to those tackles.
Exactly. Held on to the tackle. He still picked up a few yards, though, and that's one thing. The minute the Hawks get the ball that I've noticed, they start running forward. They always keep it turned forward. Even if they're going sideline to sideline, like we saw when the quarterback called his own number and crossed over, he still was going at an angle straight ahead. So they're definitely goal-driven.
They've got their eye on the prize.
A couple huge shout-outs for number 11 from our Hawk fans.
Snap. Handoff.
Knights cleared it. Knights cleared on that one. They didn't fall.
Number
for that
9.
Number 9 on the carry. And again, though, the Hawks set it up to leave a lot of options for the quarterback. You had 4 wide receivers out on that one, leaving it wide open. We're at 4th and 1. And it looks like the Hawks are not putting the field goal or the punting unit out. It looks like they're going to possibly go for it.
Hey, you're up by 19. Why not?
Up by 19, dominating the field as you're walking through. Clock still running.
Of course, you have the punter over on the sideline going, "Come on, coach, put me in."
There's that I formation. 2 wide receivers on the outside. There's the handoff, and he plows it for a good 2 yards. They're already signaling first down.
First down, Gila Ridge.
And it looks like you're getting some more sportsmanship being shown here as like number 76, the offensive lineman there, shook hands with number 1 for the Knights after that play, which is good to see after after what happened at the end of the first half.
That was a little tense. You know, everyone was starting to get a little hot under the collar. It was a good time to cool it down. Teams were back playing. Sportsmanship showing on both sides. Still a lot of football to go, though, with high school ball.
Tackle made by number 1, Antonio Hurtado. That's a first down for Gila Ridge.
The defense there, those defensive backs are playing kind of pretty close there to the wide receivers, which is good. Which is good because I mean, that wide receiver could have broken free and could have gone with the camera there down to the other end zone.
Yeah, we have to have the camera person definitely go back to camera school a little bit.
After enjoying your beverages and your snacks in the Booster Grill snack bar, please make sure that all trash finds its way to the trash can. Thank you.
If you do get a chance to get out here to Lake Havasu High School and check out their new snack bar, you have to check it out. Absolutely wonderful. Tons of items at great prices.
Handoff, number 34 gets him in the backfield. That was number 9 running it for the Hawks.
Tackle made by number 34, Mo Brandel.
Just informed that the JVB football team beat Kingman Academy 50-16.
Wow, that's a good score.
Yeah.
Great job by the JVB team.
Hopefully we'll be able to see the Knights pull a victory out of here.
Still 17 minutes of football to go. We've got plenty of time for both teams. Again, lining up with the wide receivers spread out.
Pass throws it.
Look like that's supposed to be a screen ball just right off the fingertips.
Makes the 3rd and 13.
Looked like it was intended for number 6. We got a timeout.
Looks like another timeout. Looks like taken by Gila Ridge.
Timeout, Gila Ridge.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
And we're back.
Michael, you bring up a good question there about where the football field was 25 years ago.
It was in design concept all that time ago. No, it's a gorgeous field. I've been on it. Wonderful. People waving at us from the stands. No, excellent stands. Excellent upgrade.
We got the shotgun formation for the Hawks here.
4 wide receivers out this time.
3 bunched.
He's looking.
Going deep.
Intercepted by the Knights.
By number 2. Yay, way to go, number 2.
There's that number 2 you wanted to announce real well.
Right?
The fans are starting to stomp, which is shaking the camera.
Every time number 2 makes a play, we got to cheer for him. Just because I made him up on the other team.
You know, and I got to give it up for the Havasu fans. We were told that we would not shake anymore when they were given that option. And, yeah, the fans still get rocking at the stands here at Lee Barnesville that we start shaking no problem.
They just followed the advice that Taylor Swift gave them. Shake it off. Shake it off.
And don't make us make you sing the music, Gila.
I know. I'm sorry about all the dad jokes. I am just... My kids are probably sitting at home watching this going, Dad, stop. And Cruz calls his own number.
Why? Whoa, wrapped up right there.
I didn't really catch who got that, who stopped that tackle.
Checking it out on the replay here real quick. Ran right into the arms of 54, it looked like. And 54 just picked him up.
He ran into the wall of 54 because he did not move when Cruz hit him. People are cheering it. I don't know why. Cruz hands it off to 24, goes 24. Off the left end.
Tries to find the open field, gets wrapped up.
Looked like 44. But once again, I'm blind, so it was a single-digit number. I'm telling you, I should become a ref. With my eyesight.
The bad thing is you wear glasses.
That's true.
Yeah. Those corrective lenses would disqualify you as an official.
Right. So maybe I should just go and get my eyes checked then. Ty's letting us know that number 54 is Trey. Way to go, Trey. Cruz carrying the ball again.
And gets taken down again.
56. Looks like he let him in there. Hey. Number 12, good sign there of sportsmanship, offering the hand.
Now we're looking at 4th down, and it looks like the Knights are sending out the kicking unit.
See, the defense comes in there for the Knights and creates a turnover, or puts the offense in good field position, and then they just don't take advantage of it.
Hawks in the backfield to receive the punt. Whoa,
high snap. Just drop. Just fall on it. Just drop. Okay, now you're going.
That's try to run.
Still on his feet. Brought down by number 44.
Brought back to about the line of scrimmage.
Number 89, Tristan Fowler on the carry.
All right. So let's say that you're the Knights coach here going into this 4th quarter. You're down by 19. Do you start going for it on the 4th downs now, or?
I don't think I go for it on 4th downs yet, but that's because I'm going to start looking at running some out patterns towards the sidelines. I'm going to put it in the air a lot more. The Knights have ran a consistent game, but down 19 to nothing with 24 not being used to the position. I think I'm going to, if I'm going to use him more, I'm going to use this as a game to get some air under his arm.
Wiggins, speaking of air under the arm, throws it to 14.
And great job by 14 as he's taken down, putting the ball forward.
Yeah. And that was a great job by 44 for the Knights, being able to just hold on to him there and not let him go.
Oh.
So we're going to commercial.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
Oh.
Okay.
So this is take two. It's good to see these players walking off the field on their own power.
Yeah, with production and talent going at this, I'm between them. Yeah, send help.
Production is doing a wonderful job. Talent, on the other hand, I mean, he's kind of all over the place.
The fact they have to put up with us, that's
Yeah,
head and shoulders.
they win.
They win. Hawks lining up on offense. Handoff again, and again another good 7 yards on the carry.
So I'm going to point out something here that I think I'm kind of noticing. When the Hawks line up in that I formation, if you pay attention to where the tight end is, that's usually the side they're going to be running the ball towards.
Definitely have to start taking a look at that. That's something that,
Not trying to share secrets and stuff, but just something I noticed.
Well, but that's a sign of a good tight end. If he can block that well for the runner, open up the hole, help the line open up the hole, and also if that means if he gets in trouble, he's right there for a screenplay.
Okay, so here we go. Tight end's on the right-hand side in this I formation. And now Wiggins is totally going to prove me wrong here and have him run up the... It's going to be a toss to the right.
But the Knights were there. Knights had that one zeroed in. Number 9 on the carry. Taken down by 7 and
34.
Tackles made by number 7, Jeffrey Azar, and number 34, Bubba Brandel.
Bubba Brandel's a name we've said a lot lately. That's someone, definitely when you look at the Knights' up-and-coming varsity squads, he'll be making the transition.
Varsity coaches have to be watching him going, yay. So got under a minute left here. Looks like a 4th down and 4 for the Hawks in the shotgun formation. Drops back.
And finds a man in the end zone.
Number 14.
Signal the touchdown.
On my way to the game, I was listening to the Rams and Vikings game that's playing right now. And Jared Goff threw 4 touchdowns in the first half. That was Wiggins' 4th touchdown tonight.
That was Wiggins' 4th touchdown of the night.
And so I think he's kind of going, hey, Goff, anything you can do, I can do better. I think we might have a throwdown here for Wiggins and Goff. If anybody knows Jared Goff, go ahead and call him up and tell him to watch this kid.
Yeah, he's got his competition coming in the next few years.
Yeah.
So it looks like, yeah, we're lining up for the extra point. We did see the Hawks try a 2-point conversion earlier.
Bad snap. Kicks up and good.
And this one is good. Right through the upright. Julian is giving us, saying she's going to call Jeff right now.
All right.
The score.
Julian, if you get in touch with him, can you just have him like autograph something for me? And that'd be really cool too.
So on a gorgeous night here at Lee Barnes Field, 3rd quarter, 41 seconds left. Knights are down 26-0.
I'm thinking that the Knights need to start doing some kind of trickery here. And I think that guy in front of us agrees with me.
Until I realized he was on camera.
Right? He's like, whoa, hey, I didn't sign a contract yet.
Knights coming out, ready to receive again.
Like 24 and 81 are deep back for the Knights.
Now the kicking team for the Hawks hasn't shown a really strong foot. They end up kicking it about the 20-25.
A little short
That's
kick there.
Exactly where, again, we fall on it.
Yep.
At the 30.
Number 44.
Number 44, Jordan Cummings with the kick recovery.
Jordan Collins with that kick recovery. Cummings. I'm just bad with names. That's why I like numbers. And I'm bad with numbers because I just make up numbers like number 2 for the Hawks, who's not there.
Knights talking over the offense. What exactly they're going to bring out.
It's 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line.
1st and 10, 26 seconds to go, 26-0.
It's a lot of 26. Cruz lined up back there in the shotgun. His own number.
His own number. Goes forward. Still moving. Still going.
He looked like he was dancing there with those Hawks.
Number 21, Adrian Cruz on the carry.
Well, and I got to kind of call the stripes on this one a little bit. He was still moving forward with the pack, and they were whistling the ball dead. Now,
there's some forward progress there.
Yeah, he did not stop the forward progress.
So here we go. Go ahead.
They gave him the spot, but I almost would give him the full 9 yards on that run. And we're sitting now at the 4th quarter. 12 minutes left of action to go. Hawks 26, Knights 0.
With that buzzer, that means you only have 1 quarter left to go visit the Booster Club snack bar and get yourself a snack for the road. And on your way out to hit the road, make sure that all trash is in the trash can. Trash to trash cans, a match made in heaven.
An official announcement by the voice of Havasu Sports.
I still think that this is the time. I mean, you're down by 26. It's the 4th quarter. You need to start pulling some tricks out of the hat, you know?
This is where you start experimenting. You start doing the things that are sitting on the playbook that you've just sat there and said, we're never in a real position to try this, but now's the time.
And they line up in this shotgun formation, 2 tailbacks, on each side of Cruz. As I'm saying this, they're not lining them up in this specific formation now, as it looks like they're just having everybody on the line.
Reminds me almost like a goal line stance.
Yeah.
Calls his number again. Only a couple yards on the carry at the most.
Adrian Cruz on the carry.
I understand, working the clock and that kind of thing, but they need to start throwing this ball. They need to start lining up with more wide receivers than just 81 out there. Cruz hasn't had the best of night throwing the ball, but the only way he's going to get better is by doing it.
But that's also what you get when you have a running back substituting in at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. Let's let Cruz have a little more miles under his arm, so that the next game that he's at the helm, he's more comfortable.
Yeah. I mean,
great running. Can't give it up. He's running straight in that line. He's carrying the line backwards, at least 1 or 2 yards, chipping away at it. Just like we said, for another night's first down. But I think if he gets more confident with that arm, he's going to ease it up a little bit. And then when he goes for those quarterback sneaks or quarterback draws, and you've got a running back's power behind those legs, now you've got really a triple threat right there. He's either going to pass it, or he's going to run it, or he's going to hand it off. And that's what this JV team needs right now. And calls his number again. Gets wrapped up in the backfield, though.
It's like number 92 is leading the Hawks on that tackle there.
And it looks like we might have had the ball cough up. They did whistle after they whistled it down. Gila Ridge is saying it's theirs. We'll wait to see what the stripes say.
Looks like
still the Knights ball.
Staying with the Knights. We got a stoppage of clock, though. As one Knights player is coming off the field, a little shooken up there. Now, they line up. The Knights line up in this big formation. You got a lot of guys on that front line there. The Hawks are going to sit there and see this, and as we've seen the past couple of times, it's a run play.
Yep.
So they're going to start bringing in everybody, bringing up their defensive backs.
Yep.
That's a perfect time for a play action or a screen play.
Exactly. That's one where if you could get the tight end to bump and run, where he just throws that quick block and then goes out, 6-7 yards. Antonio Gates, back from the San Diego Chargers, was excellent at that. He'd do that bump out 5 yards, but he'd catch 5 yards and then tack another 10 on top of it.
Exactly. And, that's taking advantage of that size of those tight ends. The athleticism of them.
Yeah, those tight ends, if you can get a good tight end that's got a great set of hands on them and it can also block, they become very deadly.
All right. So see, here's that big formation again, but you got this group of wide receivers here towards the near side. And
the bad thing about that is right now that they're making almost a horseshoe for themselves, where the Hawks are just, the minute the ball snaps, they're just coming around and collapsing in on the pocket.
Exactly.
The running back and Cruz have nowhere to go.
You can almost say that Cruz, if he was a cruise ship, he'd be the Titanic running into an iceberg. Just stopping.
All right, we're looking at 3rd and 7.
And
again to Cruz. And Cruz again carries it about 6 yards. Looking like probably going to be 4th and 2.
Like number 42 there for the Hawks led that flock of Hawks on that tackle.
Nice. 4th and 2 for the Knights.
Are there two number? No, wait, that's 92 that's standing in front of 42. I see it. I thought there was two 42s. I was like, oh no, now I'm making numbers up again.
Yeah, there you go again. We still want to thank all of the fans that are joining us broadcast of this game. If you're a Hawks fan, a Knights fan, or just a fan of football, thanks for coming out and supporting the kids. This is all about them.
Oh,
that might have been enough to get it. It depends on where they're going to spot it.
From my point of view, it's a first down.
From our cameraman, everyone.
And there we go.
There's the official white hat.
Adrian Cruz on the carry. Good for Lake Havasu. First down.
And that's one of the things we're used to seeing Cruz do. He gets that first contact, spins around, and starts turning it upfield. That's a great move to do. Ben's giving us a shout out that 42 is Romeo Collins. Thank you, Ben.
I bet you they run it again. Oh, I'm good.
Oh, see, Cruz kept pulling.
Yeah. And they do this thing. I mean, I understand lining up in the shotgun formation. He's got a lot of time to kind of see the field and come up with a plan of where he wants to go. But once he starts going somewhere, then he cuts back and tries to go the opposite direction, not giving enough time for that play to develop, and then he gets met in the backfield by Hawks.
Yep, and there we are, 2nd and 10, back in Hawk territory. You know, the Knights have not had much success in Hawk territory because that Hawk defense just gets tight once they cross the 50. There.
Now see, there he let that play develop. He let his leading blockers find a guy and block him, and he got more than a yard. And
exactly. You let the holes develop, and sometimes that's a hard thing for those running backs and quarterbacks to do, is to let that line open up those lanes for them. But once they see it, once they do it, they're right there.
All right, so little nature lesson. It's not a flock of hawks. It's a cast of hawks. Number 24 gets met by a cast of hawks.
Well, I hate to say it. I've had the FCC and the censor button kind of there because flock of hawks almost sounds like it go the wrong way real quick.
This is true.
Yep. I think that's why science went with the cast hawks. But the bad thing there, the Knights lost a huge amount of gain that they had done. We're now looking at 4th and 7.
We're just estimating on that 7 yards there to go.
You know, I have faith though in the scorekeeper. The scorekeeper has done a great job with yard marking today. So we're going to definitely give a shout out to Mr. Washington, who is definitely being our yard marker today. And we've got a timeout. Timeout called on the field. Maybe they didn't trust our marking.
That's definitely possible.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
So we're back live, and I almost have duct tape inserted to my mouth. Production and scorekeeping have laid the law down. So official 5:49 on the clock. It looks like the Knights are going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Well, you're down by 26. What's the harm?
I think you do it. I think you do, because if you do that, it's going to fire up the kids. It's going to get them ready to go. You know.
So you look here at the defense, though. It looks like they're lining up with like 8 guys in the box. You got a big space out to the right here. Play action. Here we go, see? But nobody goes out to the right. They all go to the left.
Oh, off the fingertips of a Hawk, almost an interception.
44.
And we do have to apologize as we're sitting there saying, well, over here, we're pointing to the screen, but unlike ABC, we can't make the colors come up.
Production issue. Can we add that to the budget for next year?
And speaking of the budget, again, huge shout out Mercury Air Conditioning, Mojave Center Dermatology, Havasu Orthodontics, Anderson Auto Group. Now back to the action. Hawks ball, 1st and 10.
They're going to run it. Oh,
no.
They're going to throw it.
Screenplay,
no,
open field, breaks 1, breaks 2, finds himself all the way out to the 28.
Is the pass completed at number 20, it looked like, for the Hawks?
That's a first down for the Hawks.
Yep, number 20. And that was one where we talked about having those multiple options out there. They've lined up each time with the wide receivers out, running back ready to go. This time he chose a quick screenplay, and that's where you saw that screenplay turned into not just the original 7 yards they're looking at, but multiple yards afterwards.
I don't think the Knights defense is prepared for this passing offense from the Hawks, as we see them lining up in their I formation. Handoff running to the right. Number 9, carry for the Hawks.
Tackles made by number 44, Jordan Cummings.
Fumble by the Stripes.
That makes it 2nd and 6 for Gila Ridge.
And the Knights defense just looks like they're getting worn out. You got a lot of guys during these little breaks here during the huddles, hands on the hips.
Yep, hands on the hips, hands on the thighs.
And the I formation again, Wiggins under center.
Oh, fumble.
Fumble.
Picked it back up. And they're calling it dead.
Knees were on the ground.
Good recovery there. Bobbled it, dropped right down on it.
Small loss of the play. Makes it 3rd and 9 for the Hawks.
Third down for the Hawks here. Almost 3.5 minutes left to go.
He's looking to take to the sky again.
They're
right at the corner.
Touchdown, Gila Ridge.
and the Knights defense, it looks like there's no safety coming over there to help.
Yeah.
You know, they're leaving their corner out there on an island.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to have some support for the corner out there. You've got to have the safety willing to float over in case of passes like that.
Being in Havasu, since they got the corner on the island, that safety's got to go across the bridge.
We're locking you back up in the closet after.
I know. I think production just muted my mic.
Nope, there's the kick. It's up. And it's good.
The kick is good. The score, Gila Ridge 33, Lake Havasu 0.
So these Hawks are just flying on this field, defensively and offensively.
We're back 33-0. Hawks showing a dominant squad out there.
Julian talked to Jared Goff, and he's taking note of CJ's work here. How's that going with getting me an autograph though? I'm still waiting. But it's okay. I understand. Wiggins is doing a way better job than I am.
Maybe you need to
Which
go
is
down and
impressive.
get Wiggins' autograph.
I'm thinking I'm going to after this game. And then I'm going to hold on to it.
Now here, with the way the kicks have gone, I would bring the Knights receivers up about 10 yards.
Number one. So that return there from number one for the Knights. He went sideline to sideline and not end zone to end zone. Went the wrong direction.
And that's the thing. Even if you're going sideline to sideline, you've got to put a little bit of angle on yourself to at least be picking up some yards as you go. I know you're trying to avoid a defender, but hey, if you've got to lower that shoulder down as you're going at that angle to bounce off the tackler, you've got to do it.
That makes the first and 10 on the 35 for the Knights.
So if I'm the coach for the Knights here, I'm taking my offense. I'm going, guys, just go out and have fun. Let's just try to end this on a good note.
Mm-hmm.
We've been playing strong, playing hard. Let's go out there and have fun.
Yeah, I'd throw 3 plays I would, not try in those positions. Just give it a shot,
Yeah.
See what you've got, see what your players got. But also still do some ball control,
Right. And doesn't look like that's Cruz back there in the quarterback position. Number 81 with the snap there for the Knights.
Number 81, Zachary Liverman on the carry.
It looked like he was met by number 71. A good 5-yard gain. So, let's do it again. Clock's still running.
Looks like Cruz just came back in. But 81 with the snap. Twirled around there. Looked like by number 6 for the Hawks.
Eventually, we're going to see exactly where they
Or number
go.
5, sorry.
Game for progress.
Yeah.
3rd and 1 here. I'd line surge it. Send the whole line forward. See what you can punch through. See what you can happen.
I repeat, you are not allowed on the track or the field after the game. Your athlete will come find you. Thank you.
A little bit of a low snap there.
81 caught in the backfield. And we're looking at 4th and 3, it looks like. Looks like he lost a couple yards there. It's supposed to be 4th and 3.
And it looked like he wanted to go up the middle. I mean, that's where all those blockers were going.
But again, the Hawks just completely shut down those lanes.
Be sure to pick up all trash before you leave tonight. All trash needs to go to the trash can. Thank you.
So you got 7 guys up there in the box for the Hawks as Cruz drops back to throw to 81. And a completion.
Got it.
And he's still up.
Could we go?
Oh, dropped out of bounds.
Adrian Cruz and Zachary Liverman is complete.
That was a great play.
First down.
That's
Liverman
very good.
carried those Hawks down there, and that's what I like to see. 33-0 down. You're still going for it. You're still going big. Great job by the boys.
And that was everybody knew once Cruz stepped back, he was going to throw it to 81 because he's the only wide receiver out there.
And he fought for that ball.
He did. And, I mean, that's some great hands by 81, by Lieberman.
Now you've got 55 seconds. You've still got plenty of time to put points on the board here.
As Cruz takes it.
Goes his direction. Keeps
Does
it.
not cut
keeps
back.
it. He's going. Couldn't quite cut the end zone. but takes it out to what looks like the 2-yard line.
This is new territory for the Knights tonight.
The Knights' first time in the red zone, this deep in the red zone. On the 2. First and goal on the 2, 47 seconds. Now I think you call Cruz. He's been consistent with getting at least 3 yards, 3 to 7 yards. He's already out there. Take his own number. Put some points on the board for the Knights over.
There he goes.
Yep, little stutter
There we
step.
are.
Touchdown!
All right.
So
Great.
one thing that can be said about the Knights tonight is that they will not be shut out.
Nope, not shut out, not give up. And that's what I like to see at high school games at this time. Doesn't matter the score. You do not stop playing until the clock is at 0. Knights lining up for the extra point. There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up.
That's
and
good.
It's good.
The kick is good. The score.
So a small sense of victory for the Knights as we sit there at 33-7 with 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, and it is a victory there though for Cruz coming in here playing quarterback, a long completion, and then a couple great runs there at the end. And it was a great job there by Cruz.
Yeah, exactly. The heads up, giving him the chance to score. He has carried a lot of this team on his back this time. You know, sitting, like you said, from running back position over into quarterback. Now, that's not...
It's not an easy task.
No, it's not.
And Cruz has been a great Cruz director. I'm sorry, I cannot turn this off. Well, I could.
Find Brian performing at the lounge tonight.
I'll be over at the office. Remember to tip your waitress.
Surprised you didn't make a joke about tipping the waitress over or something. We just can't take you anywhere tonight.
I know.
All
Might be
right.
past my bedtime.
For as fast as that first quarter went, we definitely have had a long stretch of this last 3 quarters. Do you do an onside kick just to try it?
I would. You're down by quite a bit. Might as well. And there they go for that return.
Tackle by number 44, Jordan Cummings.
So
39 seconds left on the clock. Again, huge shout out to everyone who stayed with us. All the viewers, wonderful to have you on board. Now, definitely make sure you join us for all night's action. And Hawks, next time you play out here, you know for sure you can tune into us as well and catch all the Hawks action out here as well.
If you know a family member who missed tonight's game will be posted on Havasu Online's Facebook page later on. So make sure they tune in and watch that later if they missed tonight's game.
Thank you, Alonda. We enjoy this game and being able to bring it to everybody.
It looks like, again, the Stripes, knowing that we're sponsored by Papa John's, are trying to earn their keep so they can get the pizza.
Yep. Or maybe they have some roofing issues and need.
Well, we know they won't be going out to the shops tonight.
There you go. They're going to Mojave Centers for some plastic surgery.
I'm not even going to touch that one.
Take a knee.
Take a knee. Shaking hands. It looks like the clock's going to run out for the evening.
On the score, Gila is 33, Lake Havasu 7. Please be sure that all trash is picked up before you leave here tonight. We will see you back here next Friday as Knights face Deer Valley, 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Good night.
It was a well-played game there for the Hawks. They came in with a game plan, stuck to it, and are walking out of here with a victory. Just a reminder that next week we got varsity back here at home game against Deer Valley. So that's Friday. Kickoff is at 7, so please join us here on Havasu Online TV.
Yep, and for Drake, Brian, Julia, and all the Havasu Online TV staff, we want to thank you for joining us and have a great night.